Worldwide News, and I'm Leanne with the latest war news. Right now, the United States soldiers are struggling to keep out of communist traps and mines. Our soldiers and non-combat men face many dangers every day. And the worst part? Most of these men and women didn't have the choice to join. This is called drafting. They were called into war without any warning. They faced and still are facing death everywhere, bombs and traps. They can't even walk a few steps without worrying. Our soldiers don't know the terrain like the Viet Cong do. They can't trust anyone. They also have a hard time distinguishing the Viet Cong from regular civilians, so many innocent peasants died. There were many casualties in communist forces, but they still kept their head above water with continual aid from China and the Soviet Union. Many Vietnam civilians are joining the Viet Cong forces because of our airstrikes and our pacification policy. That's the Daily News Report. This is WWN Worldwide News. I'm Leanne, and on to the field reporter, Rachel.
On the field here, the war has gone into action, and it's very dangerous for me to be out here right now. Most of the U.S. troops out here are professional soldiers. The United States government strongly depends on drafted soldiers, but 25% were excused for health reasons, 30% received postponements of service, and you normally see African Americans in the military. African Americans consist of 1/5 of the deaths in 1965. Unfortunately, with aid from the Soviet Union and China, North Vietnam was able to send soldiers and supplies to the south. I have to make sure that I'm very careful out here. Deadly mines, booby traps, and even punji stakes could kill me or injure me in the matter of seconds. The Viet Cong are out here in the jungle right now, hesitantly striking at the U.S. patrols and villages. I can see them from here shooting and hiding right here in the jungle. This is live field reporter Rachel Anthony on Worldwide War News. Thank you very much. And now on to our interviewer, Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt Martell, the interviewer, with Tom Jones here. How you doing, Tom? Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So, Tom, how did you get involved with the war against North Vietnam? I was drafted as a young boy because they needed soldiers. I wasn't in school. I was just helping out around the farm back home. Do you think the United States is right for drafting? Yeah, if we need soldiers, how else are we supposed to get them? Do you feel like the United States is supporting you? That's a tough question, Matt. When things get rough, I tend to blame my problems on the United States, and other times, I'm proud to be an American soldier. Do you feel like you're being supported by your family? At first, my family didn't like the idea of me being sent out to war at such a young age. But recently, they're appreciating and respecting me as a soldier. Did you think this was going to be an easy victory for the United States in the beginning? I honestly thought we were instantly going to win a simple war. But when we got out onto the battlefield, I didn't know what to think. Do you feel the same way now? Hell no. I'm slightly scared we may not win because we are losing so many soldiers. But the Viet Cong, they're getting new troops from the Soviet Union, China, and just regular civilians. How tough is it fighting against the Viet Cong? The Viet Cong are very sneaky. Since they know their terrain, they know the best places to hide, and they could easily ambush us at any moment. Is it hard to distinguish a Viet Cong fighter from a civilian? Let me just say this. The Viet Cong are great at disguising themselves. We can't trust nobody out here. Is the geography giving the United States an advantage or the Viet Cong? The geography is definitely an advantage for the Viet Cong because they know their land well. How do napalm strikes help during ground combat? Napalm help a lot because it gets rid of a lot of hidden soldiers, giving us an open ground. Do you think the United States is going to win this, or are the United States troops too incompetent at this point? That's another tough question, sir. If we keep our hopes high, we'll be able to win this war, no problem. We must keep our spirits high. Well, thanks, Tom Jones. This is Matt Martell, the interviewer, Now on to Jaquan Hurt with our opinion.
Hi, I am Jaquan Hurt, here to give you my thoughts on the Vietnam War. I also believe that there is much to talk about being drafted and what kind of toll it takes on people's lives and the lives of the ones they love. I have many thoughts on the current war. At first, I saw it as a simple task, nothing big. I actually supported the war because I thought it was going to be a cakewalk. I believed we would be in and out. No big losses, just losing a few men. Then we got the news. We lost over 16,000 men. At that point, all I wanted to do was get all those great men and women out of there. I'm afraid we may lose more.
Now let's talk about another problem. To me, it's not a big deal as it is to others. Drafting is a vital aspect of a war, especially this one. We all know we need soldiers in the war, right? Well, with the number of casualties skyrocketing, of course we need to draft. If we don't have soldiers, we don't have a war. America needs healthy, strong fighters for this country. Being strong and healthy is what we need. There are thousands of men out there that can't be out there. They're either sick or elderly, and they get sent back immediately if something's wrong. That's not what we need. Overall, drafting is very important, but they need to be a little stricter about who they choose. America's people should be proud and happy to fight for the ones they love. The Vietnam War is no joke, and I believe any soldier willing to fight in the war is a brave man. If the troops stand strong, we have a chance out on the fighting ground. The weather and the terrain can be rough out there from what I've heard, and all I have to say is good luck to us all. This is WWN Worldwide News. I'm Leanne. See you next time on Channel 7.